When I was in high school, I was listening a lot to a fairly early Kronos record, which had works by Colin Nancaro and Philip Glass and a few other composers, and I thought it was great and exciting music. And then one afternoon, I had an opportunity to be alone with a young woman on whom I had designs, and we were hanging out in an empty house owned by her grandparents, and she was, I think, getting some food for us or something. She was in another room, and I thought, I'm going to put on some music now. It's going to make everything come together into a grand bacchanalian time for me. And so I found that they had this Kronos record, and so I put on Colin Nancaro's string quartet, and the young lady returned to the living room and spoke very sharply, wondering what in the world I had put on the turntable, and I knew then that the romance was doomed. So Kronos Quartet helped draw a boundary for me between the glorious, difficult things that I enjoyed and other things that other people might like. That's kind of a Kronos story, right? As someone who kind of grew up alongside Kronos Quartet, I watched them drag an assortment of styles and sounds into the canon, and I watched that over and over. I mean, I watched that with Thelonious Monk, and I watched that with Philip Glass, and I watched that with Jimi Hendrix, and then I watched that with extending beyond the Western tradition and extending beyond the four instruments traditionally in a string quartet, and I watched all of that happen, and it's been marvelous. I mean, when I think about music opening up to its possibilities in the late 20th and early 21st century, I think about Kronos Quartet bringing that to people, helping people understand that all these things can be served with the same meal and that you can pig out on them.